morning from the garden. It's Saturday, July 21st, and there's just some beautiful things happening. To do a quick little garden update. I was just looking at the green stalk here, and you know, it looks so pretty. I think that's lobelia that's growing so well, and some salvias, and even the alyssum is doing really well, which, I mean, it's hot summer, it usually dies back. It looks like I have one plant here that died. That's probably my only frustration with it, is it's hard to like replace a plant halfway through the season. When I do it, that it's the same things all the way up. The other one I didn't do that. I just did like random plants. Be easier to replace them then. And you can see the impatient shelf is looking really beautiful too. It's always beautiful in the garden. I'm sorry for the light, but it's always beautiful in the garden when the tiger lilies bloom, because the whole garden just kind of turns orange. These were the tiger lilies from when I was growing up, and I think possibly my grandmother's tiger lilies that then, you know, we've just passed down for generations, and they're just very prolific. They grow everywhere. We had to dig a ton of them out this year because they were just taking over the entire garden. So you can see though that we certainly did not get rid of all of them in any way. So we'll always have more tiger lilies. I know that maybe I shouldn't be showing my weedy flower pot, but this canna is stunning. It's the variegated one that I purchased this year, I think at Costco, and wow, that is turning out really cool. It does look like, I don't know why, but the Japanese beetles do love to come after these, but they don't usually damage them too bad, so I can usually hand pick them off before they get really terrible. As a quick update on the patio tomato project, the Berries Crazy Cherries is still blooming. It's still growing. It's hitting that 6-foot mark, and there are still a bunch of tomatoes that are getting ripe in here, and I have been counting them. Before all of these that are in here, there are 118 that I've already picked off of there. So I think it's going to be really interesting to see how many end up coming off of there. And then next door is the Dr. Witchy's, I'm just going to call it that. And yeah, this one is getting its very first, these are my first slicer tomatoes that are really ripe, those are ready to pick, I would think. And I just have to show this beautiful daylily. This is that one that's like the showy one that's in the corner of my vegetable garden, and it is in full bloom, and it is just stunning. Also really happy with how this little row of flowers is turning out. Got the zinnias and the marigolds that I grew in here, and I think this is the first time that I've ever grown a really nice full row of flowers along the edge here. I always try to do that in the vegetable gardens that I grow mostly vegetables, but kind of on the corners or the edges, I like to put flowers. So here's these marigolds. Apparently I got 2 different seeds in there. These are the oh gosh, I can't remember. They're from Baker Creek's. They're the little short ones from Baker Creek that I start from seed every year. So, and they always fill in and do beautiful on this corner, but not on that other one for some silly reason. It does look like I have my very first Paul Robeson that is starting to blush, and that's really exciting. I've tried to grow that a couple of times and just never been successful. I'm pretty sure it was operator error and it had nothing to do with the actual variety of tomato. Back here I can kind of show the broccoli is really almost ready. So I have 4 heads of broccoli in this raised garden that I'm growing. So I really need to get on figuring out what's going in after this broccoli. These 2 pots back here are looking very beautiful, and at least blooming and looking nice. The elephant ear over here is starting to come in, and again, that variegated canna is so pretty. I just love how that turned out. So hopefully we'll be able to get more of those next year. We'll see what the flowers look like. Hopefully they'll flower. It's kind of getting late, but they are usually kind of late bloomers, that they'll come in August or so. Some of the pretty hostas back here. Well, I think that's it for our garden update today. I hope that everybody has a great day and happy gardening. Nope. Beep beep. Good boy.